For this, for the drawing, for the expressive drawing, one of the things that I like to do is add a ground to my boards before I begin drawing. Now, this is actually probably is where I would want it at, as far as how light it is. But to add this, what I'm doing is I take my graphite stick and a knife, and I just gently scrape just a little bit of graphite powder. I'm not pressing very hard, but just a little bit of graphite powder on a paper towel, and I kind of rub it in, turning the paper towel into graphite smudger, that's what you'd probably call it, and I just gently rub in some graphite. This adds a little bit of value to the paper and adds a ground effect that then I can take my eraser tool and I can start erasing highlight values with this, seeing the drawing sort of come to life. The benefit to starting with a ground is that you actually have some detail and texture everywhere. And then the other benefit is that you can lightly erase for getting placement of objects rather than actually putting down pencil marks. It can be an erase that does it. It also affords you the opportunity to use the eraser like a pencil and to get values rendered out with different mark making techniques. So for instance, over here I might add some cross hatching with the eraser to erase out the values of where I need to be, what I need to do. I'm also looking at negative space and looking at the relationships of that and erasing things accordingly. After you've completed this step, now you're going to evaluate where all the highlights and shadows are, and you'll start adding, with your pencil, you'll start adding value, details, expressive marks, and correcting some of the placements that you place things, looking carefully at distances where things end up on the frame. You'll relate one object to the next and kind of start fleshing the drawing out. This with light contour lines starting to define some of the forms. I always like to have a sense of the value of things. So after I create maybe a few contour lines, I might simply add some line proximity to shade those so that I can see where things are. I definitely like to change my mark making, the direction of that. So as I come in here and try to draw out something else, I'm going to go indicate that change of plane by changing the direction that I'm putting those marks. It's just a little added extra that helps. If my pencil is too light for the job, because this is a very dark area that I'm about to render and start drawing, I might come back in with a darker pencil. Use the side, that overhand pencil grip, don't ever forget to use that. This helps keep your lines a little freer, it loosens you up a lot so that you just don't, at this point of the drawing, I don't want to get too tight. I don't want to spend too much time in one area. You'll notice that just switching my grip sort of forced me to move on quicker than I was drawing. You don't want to get bogged down with super defined details and accuracy right now. Right now, you're getting things down so that you can start drawing and making relationships from one thing to the next, to the picture or the subject that you're drawing when you're looking at it. you're just constantly doing that.